Alright, y'all. We back out here in my shop. It's a little old small shop, but it's still a good shop. Still serves what I needed to do. So I think this is the first time I brought you out here. So um, we got some other things that we do out here that I do. Um, I like to dabble a little bit in a little bit of woodworking. I've made a few little things, nothing major, nothing big, nothing really highly artistic or anything. I just like tinkering with stuff. I'll tell you my latest project right here is I got these old screwdrivers. And I tell you what I plan on doing. I've never done this before, but I've seen some of the work uh, from other people who have done it. It was replacing the handles on some of these. These old plastic handles, they're got handles like this and like this, and you know, these Craftsman screwdrivers are usually pretty good. And I don't know if I'll mess with these very much, or replace these handles. But I look and see a lot of them are really old and they're kind of brittle and faded and everything. But these kind of generic screwdrivers, like I said, I've never done it before. But this one right here, I can't even tell. I can't even tell what kind it is. But anyway, it's past it's used up all of its screwdriving days right here. So what I may do is flat on this one side and it's kind of beveled on this side. It may have been used as a punch. So what I'm probably going to do is use this one to start off with first and build a handle for it, and I may use it as a chisel, not a cold chisel or anything, but just like a wood chisel. Because like I said, this side right here is flat already, and the chisel really only has one cut inside. It's got one beveled side, one side that's beveled, and the other side is real flat. And all you really need to do whenever you're sharpening these is to make sure that the flat side is sharp. I mean, the flat side is flat and the beveled side is sharp. That's the side you got your edge on. Because if you think about it, you're not digging into the wood two ways. You're only digging into the wood one way. All you're trying to do is just kind of, get that wood out of the way, the little channel that you got out of the way. I've got one this small. I've got one this narrow. This is probably like a 1/2 inch right here. I've got one this narrow, but I don't have one this long. So that may be what I do with this one. The rest of them, the heads on them are pretty good, so I probably won't use them for nothing but for screwdrivers. But this one, it's been kind of beat on a little bit. So the head, the driver head is kind of beat up a little bit. So that's really about all it's going to be good for. I know some folks can take this and file it down to where it's like a screwdriver again, but it won't never have the point, because if you look at it, the screwdriver comes up and widens out, then it comes back to a narrower point like that. So if you cut this and try to make it a screwdriver again, you're only going to have the wide part. You see what I'm saying? So it might not fit down in some of the screws that you need to get it to, and it gets thicker. You want it kind of thin at the top as a screwdriver, and as it goes up, of course, it gets thicker. So it's really not going to be very much of a screwdriver anymore. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably, like I said, leave that one side flat and then bevel this side some more and use it for like a wood chisel once I replace this handle. Like I said, this will be the first one I try. We'll see how it goes. I'm no woodworking carving expert. I'll be the first one to tell you that, but I do enjoy tinkering with it. And I've got this piece of wood stock, this square stock here. It's poplar. So I built a shelving unit last summer. It took me all summer to make it, just about. On any kind of little spare time that I have, I come out here and tinker with it some. And it has no nails in it, has no screws in it, no metal in it. Everything was joined with wedges, and I had to chisel out a bunch of stuff. That was a lot of fun to do. It took a long time to do it now, but it took a long time to do, but it was a lot of fun regardless. I'd come out here and work an hour or so on it, come back the next weekend, come out here and spend another hour or two on it. And it's just, like I said, just different pieces. It was like, let's see, 1, 2, it had 3 shelves on it. It was probably about not quite 3 feet high, but it was like a little shelving unit. I had intended to use it for like a bookcase, but it's getting used for something else right now. There's not a book on it, but it's all right where it's at. Maybe I'll show it to you if I decide to kind of show you what it looks like. It's not really that interesting kind of thing, but anyway, we got a lot going on out here. This is where I like to spend a lot of my time out here. A lot of spare time, hobby time, stuff like that. This is where I kind of like to spend it at. I'm not a big landscaper. I don't like, if you can see behind me off to the side here, I got plenty of leaves in my yard. So, I'm not a big yard man, but I do like to come out here. I do like to tinker with different things and do different things out here. So, like one of the things, I carved this hammer out of a piece of 4x4. Carved it out of there. I made this mallet right here out of Walmart bags. And we'll kind of go into that a little bit too. But this will be an ongoing thing. So as I go, I'm not going to sit here and videotape video the whole process of anything, because I'm going to screw up a lot. But once I kind of get to a point, I'll stop and show you where I'm at and how I swear every cat in the county's down here. But I got some other stuff. I got some rusted tools and stuff. I'd like to do a little bit of tool restoration this summer. Because summertime's about the only time I get a chance to do anything out here, to be honest with you. But we're going to do a little tool restoration. We'll do a little bit of woodworking. I'd like to build me a little sofa table, end table to go on the sofa. So we'll see how that goes. The darn cat's knocked over my bucket of tools. A nosy? Oh, y'all so nosy. We'll be back. Okay, I want to show you what I've been working on here for the past little while. The storm, that big bad storm everybody was talking about all week long, moved through here, so I had the door shut and I was out here working. I made me, now keep in mind, now this is utilitarian now. It's not really meant for show, it's meant for it's meant for work. I'm making something. What I'm making is I made this little frame right here for my drill, so I can mount my drill to it and use it as I guess a lathe of some sort, just kind of like a drill lathe. Nothing too powerful, but just something I can make a little lathe with. Well, how I'm gonna mount the drill is with this U-bolt. Well, the U-bolt, after it goes around the drill, was coming right to the edge of the wood, and I didn't have enough length on the bolt to put not only the nut on there, but that little plate right there. So what I had to do is I took my chisel and I chiseled out a channel in this wood. And now this is soft pine. Now once you get soft pine, once you kind of get it started and get it going, it chisels on out pretty good. It's so soft, but it will splinter. You can see right here where it started to splinter right here on the edge right here. Now, like I said, this is more ergonomic. It's not really for show. So, I mean, I really didn't measure too much. I just kind of measured where I want it, dug it, and cut it, chiseled it out. And then I went back and to smooth it out, I filed it out a little bit. But I'll show y'all how the finished product here in a minute. This little piece actually goes right in between here. Okay, so we'll see. I've already tried it, so I know it's just long enough, and I wanted it pretty close and pretty tight. So that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna put it together and show you what I'm trying to do. This is what I was after. Now I can put my bolt or whatever it is I want in here to mount this little piece of wood like that, and I can sit there and spin it, and if for no other reason, for sanding purposes, I think it'll hold up. I mean, I don't think it'll hold no darn log or anything, but it'll hold up for the little pieces of stuff that I want to, the round pieces that I want to make, and for sanding purposes. But This is what I had to chisel out right there so the bolt would go long enough. And I know somebody's out there saying, hey Demi, why didn't you just get a longer bolt? Because I didn't want to. I wanted to use this. I wanted to use what I had. I enjoy making stuff, so I think I made this to where I can use it, and that's the whole idea. So whenever I got something I want to sand around and around and around, you know, I got this. So, here we go. When I use it, I'll make a video of me using it too.